Very good morning, students. Children, in the last class, we had completed the chapter 4.6, The Phantom Toll Booth, a book review. Now, today in English, we are going to begin with a new lesson, that is chapter 4.7, The Sword in the Stone. Now, sword, children, you can see in the picture, sword means in Hindi we used to say as a talwar. Okay, so sword is stuck in the stone. So this chapter is based on that who will remove the stuck sword from this stone. So that person will be a king of that Britain. So the story is about that. Okay, so just let's see the story. And children, in this story there are many characters like King Arthur, Merlin, King Arthur, Kay, and Sir Actor King Bishop. So like that many characters are there in the story. So let us see. Now this is just an intro part of this chapter. King Arthur, famous in legends and history as one of the bravest and noblest kings of Britain. Now King Arthur, he was a famous person in history and he was one of the brave and noblest king of Britain. Grew up as an orphan youth, orphan means children whose person mother and parents have died. So he just grew as an orphan youth. Before destiny intervened, that means with the fate, suddenly it came between in the form of his protector and guardian. So someone has just took him and he grew up as a has taken a charge, has taken him protector and as a guardian, the Sir Actor has taken to him. Merlin the magician to reveal his true identity to the people of Britain. Now Merlin, he is a magician and he just revealed his true identity to the people of Britain. So let's see what he has just revealed the identity to in front of the people. Okay, and what were the stories about the King Arthur? Okay, so let's start. The first paragraph. Okay, children, just remove your textbook, page number 98 and 99. So today we will be just finishing our assignment 1 of textbook, pages 98 and 99. Okay. In ancient Britain, at a time when the land was invaded by the wild barbarians. Now, in ancient time, the Britain time, the land was observed by the wild barbarians. Barbarians means uncivilized people. So they have captured the land on that time. The good and noble Lord Arthur found them bravely and drove them away from his land. So on that time, Lord Arthur found them very with a brave, and he drove them away from his land. To whom children? Wild barbarians. The people made him king of Britain and gave him the title Pendragon. So the people of Britain, they gave him the title as a king. Pendragon, it means dragon's head. King Arthur Pendragon ruled Britain wisely and well. So King Arthur Pendragon ruled the Britain very good judgment with very nice and well. And the people were content. That means the people were happy. They were satisfied that how the King Arthur was ruling the Britain. But very soon the king died. It was thought that he had been poisoned by some traitors. Traitors means the disloyal person. It means that the people who are against their country. So they are, so maybe they are thinking, the peoples are thinking that they had been poisoned given the poison to the King Arthur. There were no heir to the throne of Britain. So that means they are saying, so it means the peoples are saying there are no any other person in the Britain like a King Arthur to whom we can give the title of a king. That means to whom we can give a crown of a king of Britain. So who can rule as like as King Arthur. So they are just thinking about themselves. The powerful lords and knights who had been kept under control by King Arthur. That means there are no powerful nobleman, and a lord means a nobleman. Knight means children, means a man who has been given a special honor by the king. That means to whom we can give a crown of a king, who can be kept control by King Arthur. Now begin to demand that one of them should be crowned king of Britain. So, but they are thinking at least we have to just give a crown at least for one person who can rule the Britain properly. Rivavli means as a competition. So now competition had started between the among the people. The competitions grave amongst the lords, and the country as a whole began to suffer. Now the competitions has started begin to the nobleman, that who wants to begin as a king. So they are just fighting for to become as a king of the Britain, but no one has been got the crown. Armed robbers roam the countryside, pillaging farms and fields. Pillaging means the looter. So now the armed robbers are just roaming in the countryside, that means in the Britain side, and they are just looting the farms and fields of the Britain. People felt unsafe and insecure in their own homes. So people of Britain, they are just feeling that we are just unsafe and insecure in our homes, own home. When King Arthur was on that time, we are not facing any this types of problem. But now, after when the king has died, so we are facing a lots of problematic situation, and even we are not unsafe and insecure in our homes too. Fear gripped the country and lawlessness prevailed over the divided kingdom. That means this all this highly fear has kept in this. That means the irresponsibility is going on in the Britain. Nearly 16 years has passed since the death of Lord Arthur. Now nearly 16 years had passed. All the lords and knights of Britain had assembled at the great church of London for Christmas. So all the nobles has gathered in the church yard on the Christmas. It's in London. On Christmas morning, just as they were leaving the church, on one day what happened, on Christmas morning, when they were just leaving the church, a strange sight drew their attention. So suddenly they had saw some sight. That means attention has drew someone in the sight. In the churchyard was a large stone and on an anvil. Anvil means children, iron block used by blacksmith to shape pieces of iron. That means an iron block. And in the steel a naked sword was held, and about it was written in letters of gold. Nearly 16 years had passed since the death of Lord Arthur. All the lords and knights of Britain had assembled at the great church of London for Christmas. Now, nearly 16 years had passed of King Lord Arthur's death. So one day, what happened? All the lords and knights, it means all the person who wants to become a king of the Britain. So they all just have gathered in the great church of London for Christmas. On Christmas morning, just as they were leaving the church, now one day what happened when they were just leaving the church, a street sight drew their attention. So suddenly they had the sight has drew some attention. In the churchyard was a large stone. Now there was a churchyard. In between there was a kept a large stone, on it an anvil of steel. Anvil of the steel, that means an iron block of steel was kept, and in the steel a naked sword. Naked means that means uncovered sword was held, and about it was written in the letters of sword. That means when they saw suddenly their sight was attention to the churchyard, and they saw that a last stone in the last stone the anvil, that means a steel block, has kept a naked, that means uncovered sword was stuck in the stone, and it was written in letters of gold, and something was written in the gold that who's pulled out this sword is by right of birth king of England. That means whoever pull this sword, that person will be the king of the England. That means from the birth he will be the king of the England. So it was written in the over there. Many of the knights could not hold themselves back. So by seeing this thing, so many of the whole knights, so they are not just can't control by themselves. So fencing themselves as future king, that means they are just thinking, if I will remove this sword from the stuck stone, so maybe I will be the future kings. So they all themselves just thinking about them. So they rush to the stone and attempt to draw the sword from the steel anvil. So all the king has rushed together near to the sword stone, and they had just started to draw the sword from the steel anvil. So they pulled with all their might, but none of them could much as move the sword. So they all just pull it to remove the stuck sword from the stone, but none of them has could be remove the sword. Obviously, the man who might draw the sword and prove himself to be a rightful king He is not among us this morning, said the archbishop. Archbishop means children, a priest of the highest rank. That means a religions. He was a priest. So what he said that obviously there is a no right man over here at present who can be as a rightful king of this England. So, however, every man who wishes to try his hand at drawing this sword, that means every man who wishes over there, so they are just trying to remove the sword, is free to do so for the next few days. So he said, Archbishop told that every man can stand and they can just draw this sword, and it's free to do for every man for next few days also. He who draws the sword will be crowned king. So who he will draw the swords from the stuck stone, he will be crowned as a king. And to celebrate the appearances of this magnificent sword and prepare ourselves for the arrival of our future king. So this is just a great celebration programs of this to became as a king, Archbishop told. So who will be that? So let's celebrate this a unique function. So we will hold a magnificent tournament on New Year's Day. So Archbishop told. So let us just keep a magnificent tournament on this New Year Day. That who will be draw this sword. So he will be as a crowned king. On New Year's Day, a great members of young and brave knights gather to attend the church service. So on New Year's Day, children, many members, the great members of young people have brave knight. That means to become as a to king. So they all had just gathered, assembled in the church service. After that, they met in the field nearby to participate in the great tournament. So after that, all that they met nearby in the to participate the great tournament because everyone was excited to become as a childbirth king. So everyone is very excited. Dukes and counts, earls, barons, and knights crowned on that field. Okay, dukes and counts, earls, barons mean that when all major personalities has came to the church service to attend the tournament on the New Year Day. Okay, so all that major personality has came to the in the church service. Among them was Sir Ector, a noble knight. Now, Sir Ector already he is a noble knight. It means he is already as ruled as a king. He was accompanied by his two sons Kay and young Arthur. Now, Sir Ector have a two son, the Sir Kay and young Arthur. Kay was his own son, who had been recently knighted. Now, Kay was the own son of the Sir Ector, but he is already as a recently honored by the knighted. That means he already was a king. Arthur, whom he had brought up as a foster son. Foster son means that someone who is raised as a son through not related by birth. That means he was just an orphan that we have learned in the introduction. He was just an orphan. Who children? The king Arthur, who was orphan, whom he had raised as his own child. But Sir Ector was saying that no, he is itself is my own child. So already the K was a knighted, but the Sir Arthur was not a knighted. The good Sir Ector loved both his sons dearly. So he loved his both his sons very dearly. So what happened that all that knights would became all the true king could be found. So when Sir Ector heard of the tournament, he set out for with his two sons Kay and Lord Arthur. As Sir Kay was preparing to join the tournament, he realized that he had left his sword behind at home. So one day what happened when all they were just leaving, so Sir Kay was preparing to join the tournament, but he is already a knight. That means he was already crowned by as a king, but still he was preparing to join the tournament. So what when he realized that he had left his sword behind at home, that means when he went out to go for the tournament, so in between the places he had just discovered that he has no sword. That means he has left his sword at home, his own sword. Okay. Hastily he summoned his younger brother. Hastily means suddenly he just ordered his younger brother. Who was his younger brother? The Arthur, and said to him that, Arthur, you want me to win this tournament, don't you? So Kay said to the Arthur that you want me to win this tournament, don't you? So then you must help me out. So Kay said that for that you must be help me out. So Arthur said, "What? So take my horse and gallop home as fast as you can. Get my sword and rush back here at once." Gallop means ride a horse very fast. So he just told to the so Kay told to Arthur that please take my horse as fast as you can, just go and bring my sword from the home as fast as you can. So I'm going, called Arthur, rushing off at once. So he just he had just took the horse and he just galloped from there. "You shall have your sword sooner than you think." So Arthur said that me, "I will bring your sword as soon as you think. In between, I will bring your sword." As he rushed past the church, a glint. Glint means a small, bright flashes of light. It means the reflections has came of steel caught his eye. It means suddenly some reflection has caught it from in his eyes. The blade of a sword shining brightly. So the blade of a sword was very shiny. That means reflection suddenly had came into his eyes, and it was shining very brightly in the morning sun. The sword was mounted. That means riding on horse, and it was mounted on an anvil, that means an iron block, on the top of a block of marble, right in the middle of the churchyard. It was kept. So it was a magic sword in the stone. But Arthur knew nothing about it. But Arthur was not knowing about it, why this sword has stuck in the stone and why it is shining so brightly. So he was just unaware what everything that means. There are some competitions are going over and the tournaments are going in the church. So he was just unaware of all these things. Only thing is there in this mind that he wants to bring his brother's sword from the home. But when to reach the home, in between he saw a steel cord. That means suddenly a reflections got into his eyes, and that he saw that mountain, a iron block, top of the block of marble, right in the middle of the churchyard. It was a sword was stuck in the stone. So he saw only that much thing. All he saw was the sword that was available by for taking. So only the thing was going into his mind, that only the things that sword should be available for that. So that means the sword is the main thing, whether from the home or whether from I will took from here. Only the main things my brother wants the sword. So Arthur said to himself. So he ran up to the stone, seized the sword by the handle, and drew it effortlessly. So what happened? He just ran to the churchyard and he just removed the sword. That means he hold suddenly the sword by the handle and drew up easily. That means he has just easily he has drew the stone from the sword from the stuck stone. So he rushed back to his brother and handed the sword to him, breathless and with excitement. So he rushed back by taking the sword. He rushed back to his brother and he just handed the sword to his brother, to the K. And he was very excited that I have just bring the sword for my brother. But he was new. He was unaware of this thing. "You are back very soon," Sir Kay said to him. So Kay said to him, to the other, that you are back very soon. "But hey, this is not my sword." But by seeing the sword, Kay said that, "Oh, this is not my sword." "No, it isn't," smiled Arthur. So Arthur smiled and said, "Yeah, I know it's isn't it is not your sword. I thought it would take me too long time to get home and bring your sword." So he said that it will take me too long to bring the sword from the home. So I found this sword in the churchyard. It looked good and I thought you could use it just for today. So what Arthur said, children, that I found this sword in the churchyard. So I draw the sword over here and maybe you can use this ad for today. So we will, of course, put it back when the games are over. Sir Kay stood speechless, staring at his younger brother. So he was just speechless and staring his younger brother because he was not aware that that tournament is there for this to remove that who will be remove this sword from the this stuck stone. So that person will be the king of the England. So he was not knowing about this. So he was by thinking all these things, he was just speechless. Who children? The Sir Kay. He knew all about the magic sword, what is the signified, but he was knowing about everything. But Arthur was unaware of it all. But Arthur was unaware of it all. That means for all this tournament, all this conversation, he was unaware. Arthur had always been a brave and valiant boy. He is just always a valiant, that means a courage boy. And he had excelled in fencing and archery. He adored his father and his half brother, and his dream was to become the squire to his dashing brother. So Arthur once wants to a half of his brother and half of his father like to be. His dream was like that, to be like a squid. Squid means a young man who is an assistant to a knight before became a knight himself. That means his dream was that. Arthur had drawn the magic sword from the stone. K Mines was working rapidly. So Arthur has drawn the magic sword from the stone. So K mind was working. So by thinking all this thing, the K mind was going very sharp. So he actually held the sword of the stone in his hand. So he actually took the stone from his hand. Who children? K has just taken the sword from the author's hand, the very same sword that the strongest and best knights could not so much as grip or get good hold of. So now K mind was working rapidly. So he actually held the sword of the stone in his hand. So he actually just pulled the sword from author's hand, and very same sword that strongest has best edge. So he was just thinking, he was just looking at the sword that this is the strongest, and this sword will become me like as a king again. Could not so much as grip or to get hold of. So he was just taking that stone into his, holding this stone, sorry, the sword into his hand. And he was just thinking. Sir Kay seized the sword and ran to their father. So as soon as the Sir Kay saw it, he knew, and it was a sword of the stone. So he went speedily to his father, leaving a bewildered. Bewildered means highly confused. Arthur behind him. Arthur was standing behind to Kay. He said to Sir Ector, Father, father, this is the sword of the stone, and I have it in my hand. I am the rightful king of Britain. So the Sir Kay is telling to his father, Father, that I have got the sword of the stone. I have removed the sword of the stone, and I will be the rightful king of Britain. But the Sir Ector was a wise man. He was a very nice and noble man, Sir Ector. How did you get hold of this sword, son? So he's asking to the son that how did you hold this sword from the stuck stone? He asks to his eldest son, that means Sir Kay. What does the matter? I have it in my hand. So Sir Kay, that what does matter that who has that how I have removed? The matter is that it is in my hand right now. It was meant to be mine. Isn't that enough? So he's telling it is doesn't mean that it is there in my hand right now, the sword. Kate retorted angrily. So he said it very angrily. That's not enough, said the father. So father said, no, that's not enough. But how the way you have removed the sword from the stone, that's the main important. How did you get hold of this sword? So he's saying that how did you hold this sword? So later on, we will continue the chapter in the next class, children. Okay, the page number 100 and 102, sorry, 101. Okay. Now let's see the meaning of assignment. One, first one, destiny. It means fate, the power believed to control events. Second, intervenate means got involved, came in between. Barbarians means wild and uncivilized people. Fourth mean traitors means people who go against their country. Fifth one, rivalry means fierce competition. Sixth one, pillaging. It means looting or plundering. Seventh one, anvil means an iron block used by blacksmith to space pieces of iron. Eighth one, whose pullets means whoever pull out. Archbishop, it means a bishop. Bishop or priest of the highest rank. Knighted means to be a given the rank or title of a knight. Foster son means someone who is raised as a son, though not related by birth. Gallop means ride a horse very fast. Glint means small, bright flashes of light. Squid means a young boy who is assistant to be knight before becoming a knight himself. And 15th one, bewildered means highly confused. A very good morning, students. Children, in the last class in English, we had started a new chapter that is 4.7 The Sword in the Stone. And in that class, children, we had completed assignment 1, that is textbook pages 98 and 99. And we had seen about the King Arthur, that how the King Arthur was brave and noble, and he fought the wild barbarians bravely and drove them away from his land. And he ruled Britain wisely and well, and his people were content. It means they were very happy, and they gave the little of Pendragon, meaning dragon's hat, to the King Arthur. And even we have learned about that Sir Kay sent the Arthur home. That means the Sir Kay wanted to participate in the great tournament. However, as he was preparing to join the tournament, so he realized that he had left his sword behind at home, and he asked Arthur to go home and get his sword. Okay, now even also we have seen learned that the author get the sword from that was mounted on an anvil, that means an iron block on the top of a block of marble in the middle of the churchyard, and he ran up and drew out the sword to give it to Sir Kay. So this much children we had learned in our previous class. So let us continue the chapter. Now just take out your textbook children, page number 100. Okay, now we will see that what happens when he had removed the sword from the churchyards. Okay, now let's see. I have got it, and that's what matter, Kay replied, stubborn as ever. So Kay replied to his father, to Sir Actor, that I have got it, and what's that matter? Stubborn. That means he was in a very stubborn. That means he don't wanting to do what other people's want to do. He was just saying no. What I have said, that is the correct thing. Well then, come with me, Sir Actor said, and led his son inside the great church, which was now empty. So Sir Actor just told his son to, okay, now just come with me, along with me. And he took into his great church, and the church was empty now. Taking the holy book from the choir means the part of a church where the singers sit during the service. So Sir Actor said to his son, swear on the holy book that you drew the sword from the stone. So Sir Actor told to his son, okay, just take the promise from the holy book, just keep the hand in the holy book and take a promise and tell me that really you drew the sword from the stone. So Sir Kay lowered his eyes, that means he just kept his eyes lower, and he could not face his father now. How did you come by the sword, son? Sir Actor asked him once again. So Sir Actor asked him, Sir Kay, again once again, that how did you come by the sword, son? Can you tell me? Arthur brought it to me, father, said Kay. So Arthur finally told that, no, father, actually Arthur brought it to me, but still he has just keep his eyes lower. Bring Arthur here, and let the three of us go to the churchyard, Sir Actor told him. So Sir Actor told the people that, okay, now bring Arthur over here. We all three together, we will go to the churchyard. We have to know the truth about this, Sir Actor told. Soon the three of them were at the churchyard. So soon the three of them has went to the churchyard, put the sword back on its anvil, that means in an iron block. Sir Actor said to K. So Sir Actor said to the K, okay, now again just put the sword in this iron block. But try as this might, K could not put the sword back. So Sir Actor told to K, okay, now show me your strength and just put this sword into this anvil block. So it struck the anvil and slid off the block. So he said to his son, it means just put your sword this again in a heavy block of iron which is heated. So Arthur saw what was happening and thought that his father was angry with them because he thought the sword was stolen. So here the author was thinking that my father is angry now. Maybe my father is thinking that I have stolen this sword. So Actor had always told his son what matter most for a knight is. So Sir Actor told to his son, to Sir Kay, that what's matter most of the king. That means what is the when you are a king, the what's the main important things. That means you should be honest and truthful at any time on any occasion. You should be very truthful and very honest with the people. So he used to just told to his son. Arthur stepped forward impulsively. That means he acted suddenly and he just took the step forward. Here, let me put it back, he said. So he said that, okay, now let me put it back into the sword. And taking the mighty sword from his elder brother, so he just took the sword from his elder brother and he thrust. It means he pushed it back on the anvil and it slipped in neatly. So nicely he just pushed the sword into the anvil and it slipped and neatly it is came to the stone. I assure you, father. So Arthur said that I promise you, father, I did not steal the sword. So your author is saying to his father that I promise you, father, I did not steal the sword. Kay needed a sword urgently, and I did not want to keep him waiting. So your the author is saying, explaining to the father that Kay needed a sword urgently, so I went. I don't want to keep him waiting. Rather than ride all the way home, that means at some extent, then I ride it with the horse all the way home. So I decided to take the sword which I found in the churchyard. And see, it is back in the place now. So he just told to his father each and everything that only because he wants that sword very urgently. So instead of going at home, I just brought the sword when I looked into the churchyard. So I brought from the sword from this churchyard. And see, it is back in its place now. I fully intend means plan. That means I was not plan or mean to do that. I wants to take this thing. I was in a hurry that brother wants this sword. That's why I just pulled the sword from the stuck stone. So who is telling all this thing? The author is telling to his father. And glancing at his brother, glancing means he's telling his brother, and he added, I'm sure that is what Kay would have told me to do. Wouldn't you, brother? So author is saying to his father that okay, he wants quickly. Isn't it, brother? You want this sword urgently? So he's telling to his brother also. Sir Kay did not speak a word. All right, Arthur, I believe you, said Sir Ector. Now let me see you draw that sword out as you did the first time. First UK. Okay, now the Sir actor said, okay, all right, Arthur, I believe you. Okay, now again we will just do it. Now, first of all, the Sir K will go and put the sword, then afterward, Arthur will try it. But try as it might, K could not so much as grip the handle, and he could not move the sword however hard he tried. That means he was trying, that means he was grasping firmly who the K, but it was not going the sword. However, he was trying, but he was not going the sword into the stone. Now it is the your turn, Arthur, said Sir Ector sternly. That means, sincerely, he said to the author, okay, now, Arthur, it's your turn. Now you just take this sword and hold it and put it in the stuck stone. So Arthur gripped the handle. That means he hold tightly the handle of the sword and drew the sword out. And he just drew the sword out gently and put firm. That means easily he had just put it the sword inside in the stuck stone. So Sir Ector made him repeat the action again and again. So he was just shocked by seeing all these things. So he just told to his son again, the author, okay, can you just repeat this again and again? So each time Arthur gripped the handle, so each time Arthur hold the handle tightly and drew the sword out without any hesitation. That means without any uncertainty, because he was unaware of everything. He was not knowing that who will be remove the sword from the struck stone. That person will be from the child of the king. So he was not knowing. He has just knowing that I have removed, so I have to put the sword into the struck stone. So Arthur gripped the handle and drew the stone out without any hesitation. Now Sir Actor was overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means overcome with emotion. So he come with emotions and he fell on his knees before his son, before his young son. So he was just in emotion who the Sir actor, and he just fell down to his young son knees, who held the mighty sword in his hand and bowed his head in deep devotion. And he just bowed his head into to the earth, wordless it means in a speech, and K followed his example. And even K was also followed to his example how the father was doing. Arthur jumped back in surprise. So he was just surprised, Arthur. He was not knowing that what my father is doing. Father, why do you kneel before me? Am I not your son? So he was not knowing, he was just asking to his father that why you are in kneel before me? I am not your son. That is what I thought until I know, Sir K replied. But now I know better. I know whose son you are. Now they are just in shock, and they were know that the king Arthur was the whose son. You are the son of the good King Arthur Pendragon, and I bow to you as you are the king of Britain now. So they have known that he is the son of the King Arthur of Pendragon. So that's why they have bowed the head to the King Arthur's knee. How could that be? So Arthur was surprised. So he's asking that how could that be? You and I know that I was an orphan boy entrusted to you care. Now he's saying that you know that I was an orphan boy. You make me as a responsible man to do for something. You have told me how to take care. Why you're saying that? So he is in the surprised. Silently, so actor pointed to the inscription. That means he has just words written to the words that has written on the stone. He has just pointed to them, which Arthur had not seen until now. So whose pulleth out this sword is by right of birth King of England. So whoever pull out this sword is by the right of birth King of England. So Arthur have not seen the words that was written on the stone until he was not knowing. But it can't be me. So he's telling he was not agree that he is the son of the King Arthur. He is just saying that no, you are only my father. But it can't be me, father. I am your son, and I shall always remain your son only. So he's just saying, no, I am your son only, and always I will remain your son only. He's just telling to his father. There was a flash of light, and Merlin appeared before them, hooded. There was a flash of light, and Merlin appeared before them. So Merlin, just a flash of light escaped when the conversation was going between the Sir actor and the author. So suddenly a flash of light came, and a hooded. Hooded means wearing a hood. That means a piece of cloth covering someone's face or head. Figure with bright, shining eyes and bewitching smile. That means with attractive smile and with a shining eyes, the Merlin came. Lovingly, he laid his hand on Arthur's head and said to him. So he just laid his hand on Arthur's head and said, indeed, I was the one who entrusted you, the good Sir Actor, for your own safety. So he's just saying that I know I was trusted you, the Sir Actor, you are the own safety, your father, and I knew that the great danger lay ahead for the kingdom and yourself. That means he said that I knew that the great dangers was going to be held in the kingdom and yourself too. So no sooner than you were born, your father blessed you and handed you over to me. So he's just saying to his author that when you were born, so your father blessed you and handed to you to me with a solemn request. It means with a very serious request that you would take your rightful place on the throne of England. So he's saying to the author that your father, when you were born, so your father blessed me, your hand, and he just handed to me with a serious and said that you would be the rightful place on the King of England when it was safe for you to do so. So all these things the King Arthur has said to the Merlin and hand over to his son as a King Arthur. Turning to Sir Ector, Merlin said, in the name of late King Arthur, I thank you. You have done a splendid job. So the King Arthur is saying, so actor is saying to the Merlin that you have done excellent job of bringing a fear, that means a property, to the British king. Now you must inform the Archbishop and your fellow knights for all that has happened here. I shall await your return. So here now Sir Hector is saying to the everyone, now we should inform to the Archbishop that what were all the fellow knight, that means who wants to become as a king of England. So we have to just inform to them. So I shall await and you return. Forthwith. Forth means immediately. Sir Hector called upon the Archbishop and all the lords assembled at the tournament, holding Arthur by the hand, and he announced to the assembly, behold the rightful King of England. So immediately Sir Hector called to the Archbishop and all the lords assembled, that means all the king assembled at the tournament, and he just hold the hand, Arthur hand, and he announced in the assembly that the rightful King of England is the King Arthur. But for a moment there was a silence. So suddenly, when the people, the lords, heard this thing that Arthur is the King of England, so all were in the silence. And then the crowd burst out in anger. That means they break out in a action, in an angry mood. How can we believe you? Who is this unknown boy? So all the people, the Lord's peoples are saying that we can't believe this, that he is the King of England. Who is this unknown boy? Where did he come from? How he has any better than of us? So all these things the peoples are saying to the crowded, they are just angry and they are just in the action mode and they are just loudly all this thing and saying to the asking to the archbishop. So the archbishop took them all to the churchyard. So they took all to the churchyard. The entire assemblage means a group of people washed in air as Arthur inserted the sword in the anvil and drew it out effortlessly. That means easily. So in the assembly, the group of people they gathered over there. So Arthur nicely he has just easily just insert the sword in the iron block and drew it out very easily. But some of the lords and knights, that means some of the kings and knights, also tried to draw the sword but failed to do so. Again and yet again, Arthur drew the sword from the stone before his people each time. So again and again, Arthur just drew the sword again from the stone before his people. So each time cheers went up. So all were in the cheers and they all were clapping. And each time more and more knights drew their sword and in a gesture with a loyalty to the newfound prince. They all were just clapping in the cheer mood and they were just laughing and they had just found loyalty to a new found of prince. Loud cheers rose from the common people who had surrounded the churchyard, eager to greet their new king. So they are very happy. They're happy, happy. They are all cheering that they have got their new king in the churchyard. Now Merlin stepped out from the of the shadow, and addressed the crowds. Behold, O people of Britain, I present to you the one and only son of King Arthur, Pendragon, and his queen. He is your rightful king. So Merlin stepped out the shadows and addressed to the crowd by saying that, O the people of Britain, I present you the one and only son of King Arthur, Pendragon, and his queen. He is your rightful king. It's known as a King Arthur. So, children, I hope you'll have understood the story. It's a very nice and interesting story, but still, I want you to just read your textbook, children, at least twice time. The meanings are there. The words are very difficult to pronounce, but just read the chapter twice time, so easily you will understand the chapter. Okay, now we will let's see the meaning. What we have learned in this assignment 2 and 3. 16th one or till 15th we have completed. Now continue with the 16th one. The choir, it means the part of the church where the singers sit during the service. 17th one, integrity, it means honesty, having strong moral principles. 18th one, impulsively, it means acting suddenly. Okay, 19th one, overwhelmed, it means overcome with emotion. 21, inscription means words cut in stone. 21, hood, it means wearing a hood. Wearing a hood, or you can say a piece of cloth covering someone's face or head. 22, it's forthwith, it means immediately, at once. 23rd, assemblage, it means a group of people. And the last is not as given as a Merlin, it has just given the intro about that Merlin, that in the legends of King Arthur, that means history of King Arthur, Merlin is a portrait as a great wizard who helped, advised, and guided Arthur. Merlin, with the help of the archbishop, has arranged the sword in the stone so the Britain would get its rightful king. Okay, children?